Good morning. As a child, I used to think that being skeptical was really cool. Skeptical and cynical. So any idea that presented any sort of opportunity to be against it and say like, nah, that's not really true. And being a 6-year-old, all my friends believed in Santa. And I would really try my best to persuade them that Santa didn't really exist and that they were stupid believing their parents and that it's their parents who buy them gifts. And they were saying, but we write these letters to reindeers. And then I was like, no, it doesn't exist. How can a reindeer fly? It doesn't have wings. It's too heavy and this and that. And they were, I've planted a doubt in their heads, which probably with time became heavy enough to actually turn them away from believing in something that was, now that I think of it, quite beautiful. And now that we are adults, we still believe in certain things. We believe that if we pray to God, God will send us some health or some money, and in a way it can be true. Depends what you call God. And I'm not going to argue with anybody's view of God, of course. So what we believe in is our reality and is our truth. There is no right or wrong, and we cannot dictate what other people should believe in. So when I share my ideas with you, it is just sharing of ideas. It is in no way any way to persuade you to believe in the same ideas that I believe in. Now, I hope that is clear. I'll repeat it again in different words, because sometimes I use the words that create more questions than answers. When I share my ideas with you on synchronicity, on planting your soul into another person, on soul entanglement, or whatever, on the big boat and small boat theories, that is only something that I believe in at that very moment, and the next day, the next minute, it can change in this very mind. So in no way take the ideas and make them yours unless they sit right with you, unless they feel right, unless you get something out of them. So it's kind of like food. You can take it in, you can try it, you say, no, that's not really my taste. Or you can eat a helping of it if it tastes right to you. That's all it is. And again, sharing is in no way pushing. And it's in my nature to talk in a way that can sound as pushing, can sound a little bit controlling, just a wee little bit, and perhaps intrusive into your mind. That's the way I operate. But the reality is quite different. The impression that I create and the truth, how I operate, is slightly different. When I do sound controlling and I do say that I do want to be in control of certain things in life or certain people in life, that is all good, but only with their free will. There is no imposing onto somebody else's life and trying to rip control out of them and trying to catch them, trick them, hypnotize them into being controlled and into listening to me. It is only a suggestion. You can, if you like, ask me to do it to you, but in no way it is, I'm going to do it. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to take it anyway, this way or another. No way. I mean, I got better things to do with my time, and not try to control people who do not want to be controlled. Why? And people who do want to be controlled, there's always a subliminal message from these people, and I can feel it. And this is where this whole excitement, where the passion for control comes from. When people ask for it, but ask for it not necessarily in words, and sometimes words can actually work against you. Some people ask for control in a way it's better not be asked, because it kills all the desire to control them in the first place. Okay, now the issue of control. The best control is by not controlling, but letting it all flow freely and encouraging the person to be themselves. When you see the person being themselves, that is where your control manifests. You've pushed them to be themselves. You've given them the freedom to dare to be themselves. You've freed them of all the beliefs and ideas that were holding them back from being themselves. And now, this is a very important phrase. This was a very important phrase. It was a long one too. So let's try to repeat it again in a different way. Controlling in the SD dynamic is freeing you from the beliefs and ideas and something that was holding you back from being yourself. And sometimes it can hold you back for years. For years and years. And why does it feel so good? Why this control, which is really freedom, feels so good? Because it is the freedom. It is the freedom of being yourself, of expressing who you really are. And when I read your emails, you feel, well, as a result of your the so-called confession or opening up, you feel the freedom, you feel that you have expressed yourself, revealed yourself to somebody who would understand. That is what I'm here for, and that is what I want to see. I want to see the real you. I want to see how you say, well, with you, I'm not afraid to be myself. That is actually the best reward you can get for any sort of talk or any sort of idea sharing. When the person realizes, and it only takes one split of a second to realize that, hey, I got nothing holding me back, no fears, no doubts from expressing the true me, expressing who I really am. And that is your purpose in life, to be yourself. To be yourself is to walk the right path. You are your path. And how do you know what is your path? When you feel free, when you feel that you are really yourself and you're doing all the exciting things that can be very mundane, but at the same time they are what give you joy. You're making a sandwich and you feel pleasure from it. You're washing the dishes. You don't care what other people say. You carry a bag for a woman. You don't think like, what, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? Am I being looked at? Are other people thinking about me? Am I a sissy? Is this obvious? Do I look silly? And so on. No, free from all that. Free from all that, back to who you really are. That's the control. It isn't the control of do this, and that is because I want that. I don't want you to do anything that I want. I want you to do everything that you want to do, which is truly you. Truly you. Not the you that you wish to be, not the you that you project yourself to be, perhaps, but the you back at your root. Back in here, what you hold back most of the time. How funny is it that none of us are really ourselves most of the time? And that is just a sad thing. So who are all these people around us that are not really themselves? And why aren't they themselves? I mean, what can be so bad about being the true them? Well, we're one of us, and we also feel that. We also feel that it's not the best to be ourselves. Where do we get these ideas? Well, back at school, back from our parents, do what your friends do, get good grades, do this, do that, don't do that, don't be yourself, don't do what excites you, do what is good for you. Do what I said, do what he said, and so on. So we are We're told by other people who are usually the authority, the teachers, the parents, mentors and so on. Well, not the right type of mentors, obviously. Not to be ourselves. That being ourselves is not right. That following what excites us in life, that following the right path is actually the wrong path. And that we should be going on that path because somebody else took it and they've succeeded and made a lot of money, so go on that path, although that is a totally different path from what you are and what your vibration is, what your frequency is, what your energy is. Should I be using these words? Okay, well, vocab that we use, your frequency, your true vibration, your energy, is quite blurry, right? We don't really know what frequency. What is your frequency? I don't see anything. I don't record anything. I don't read anything in you. So it doesn't really make sense. Your frequency, so-called frequency, the real you, is when you have this feeling of passion, of joy. That is the real you. So when you think about something, and that can be very, very simple and very, very mundane in its nature. Like, I don't know, putting your legs up on the sofa or whatever in front of other people. That is you. That is the truly, truly you. And manners that can stop you in thinking, or the logical mind. All the logical mind and ideas that are in your head that are like mental blocks that stop you from being yourself. I was thinking about the phone and the idea is gone now. Oh well. Let's get back to something that will get us back on track. All this blah blah all comes down to be yourself. Follow your excitement, follow your joy in life. It doesn't have to be a big career choice. It doesn't have to be anything like, well, I'm going to turn my life upside down. It's just little tasks today that you want to do. Little things, little surprises, things that you want to say, things that you want to do to other people perhaps. Maybe you always wanted to watch and you said you always don't have time for it. Like, no, you are the owner of your time and you are the owner of yourself and you are fully in control of what you project as being your reality. There is no luck, there is no fortune, although we all like to believe that we're not really in control of our reality, because if we were, that's way too much responsibility for having the reality that we don't really prefer. So, most of us lie to ourselves and say, well, I'm not in control of my life, something else is. And that something else is you, just the other part of you, the higher self. The higher self, the little you that stands on top of the mountain and sees everything a lot clearer. Oh, go left, go right, do this, choose that. And I'll send you a little vibe of excitement. Now, follow it, do that. Oh, I see your negative thinking again. And the negative thinking is saying, no, you can't do that, that is wrong. Why? What are your parents going to think about it? What are your friends going to say? What are people outside are going to think of you if you do that move? Don't listen to that little you on the mountain. Listen to the logical you down here who doesn't see past the trees of the forest that you're walking in. But we can see behind the trees, we can see through the trees, and we can see the whole large picture, including other people's paths and routes. All from that mountain where you stand and where you can see everything from. And there is no mysterious connection. It's obvious that you have a higher self, that you are here in your physical body. You know that you have another part which is bigger than the physical body, which is larger and much, much more capable of seeing the whole picture. Once you believe in it, once you change your belief to what is going to serve you more than your current belief of being limited to your physical body, then you can operate through your higher self, and you can see, you can ask, where to go next? What do I feel? Where is the excitement today? Where is the excitement of having lunch today? That's where I should go. And I'm going to meet all the right people at the right places in the right time and see all the amazing synchronicity in life, which is like a guide, which is like, hey, you see that? That's a coincidence. There's another coincidence. Look at all these coincidences. Why do you think that is? Why do you think you're getting there? Are they signs, or is it just your brain manufacturing these links and thinks that is something special about them? No. These coincidences are a way of your higher self to tell you that you are doing the right thing. That keep on doing it. Keep on doing what you want. It's so simple. I always do what I want, right? Do you? Well, when you're free from work and free from that and this and all the chores are done, yeah, maybe you do what you want to do on that Saturday night. But life is a Saturday night, and the only person who is in control of how you live your life is not him, it's you. The only thing that is building your life and building your current reality is you. The two parts of you, the physical you, the logical mind, the brain, all the collection of beliefs picked up from your parents and your teachers and your friends, and the higher self, the higher you. Exactly the same person standing on top of the mountain and watching you from above and telling you in signals of excitement and joy. And the sentences start with, I want, the desire, I want to do that. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. When you have the I want, just do it. And in rare cases, and I don't really want to go into that, but I'm sure some of the skeptical people now, and I am skeptical myself, will always find a but. And they'll say, but what if the I want tells you, go kill another person? Is that the right thing to do? Well, maybe it is. But how many I wants will tell you to go kill another person? It is highly rare, well, at least I think it is. And also, the desire that can come from anxiety and stress is not always the right I want. It doesn't come from up there, it comes from up here. I'm so tense and so stressed that this I want to hit him in the face. And sometimes you have to make a difference. You have to turn right and left and think about it for a while before you do the I want. When you don't do it right away, you don't act on the impulse. If the impulse is conflicting with your morals and the laws of your country, like go rob the bank, I want to rob a bank, then you have to consult with the brain and say, well, maybe that desire didn't come from the higher self. Maybe that desire came from the anxious mind that, the bills need to be paid and you don't know where to get the money, and all this anxiety and fear. Okay, the third person calling already, so must be a working day. I'll let you go and we'll see you soon again. Bye-bye.